Hi everyone, my name is Skylar Clements and I will be discussing this week's case study on Chase. A quick overview of the credit card industry in America. In 2016, sales were $3 trillion with an expected growth rate of 4.5% annually over the next 5 years. So obviously it's a very attractive industry. However, there is high competition because of how attractive it is. Chase was still able to lead the industry in market share with 21.7% in 2016, though. Speaking of Chase and Chase Sapphire, specifically Chase Sapphire Reserve was a huge success. It was originally a niche product, but it turned into a star product and a cash cow. And so now the question is how to continue that momentum, not just for the reserve, but for all the cards, and how to continue growing and increase profits as well. So here's a quick table on Sapphire, Preferred, and Reserve just to differentiate between the three and to show that they have cards to meet the different target markets and segments. Today, we'll be looking at three specific target markets or three specific types of customers: transactors, revolvers, and doormats. And so, to set up the market segments, 30% of customers are transactors, who are people who avoid interest payments by paying their full balance. 43% are revolvers, who do not pay the balance in full and do incur interest, and 28% are doormats, people who typically just sign up for the bonuses and don't really use the card and don't end up renewing it. So the question today is, how can the Chase Sapphire team best design its product brand to attract the right customers? To identify the right customer, looking off of this market segment, revolvers are extremely attractive customers to Chase because they're the largest segment and they incur interest, which is where Chase earns a majority of its revenues, 70% in fact. The other 30% of revenues come from fees, which come from transactors and revolvers, which is about 3/4 of the market. That is also very attractive. That last segment, 28% of people who are doormats, do not contribute to the payments or the fees, so we either want to turn them into transactors or revolvers or concentrate solely on the transactors and revolvers because that's where we're getting the money. So to best design its product brand, the goals for the product brand should be to build relationships with customers, build emotional connections with customers, provide great customer experiences, and foster loyalty. All of these things translate into long-term, lifetime customers, which is much more beneficial for the company than having to get brand new customers every year to replace customers that you're losing. It's much easier to retain customers and keep them for a long time. Lorraine Hanson, the head of Chase Rewards, said that the proper rewards are enough to translate into loyalty. And so, building off of that idea, I think the best way to design its product brand is through the right reward programs. So for transactors, one attractive reward for them would be spending $15,000 in the first year. They would get 10,000 bonus points at the end of that year. They typically spend about $16,000, so this is very doable for that segment. It rewards the customer for using the card, which benefits Chase and makes them top of the wallet per se. And it also encourages staying with the company because they get bonus points not just at sign up, but at the end of the year. So the more they stay with Chase at the end of the year, they get points. Also, they like to pay off their balance in full. So beyond rewards, one way to attract them as a customer is to provide convenience and accessibility, especially with paying off that balance. For revolvers, one rewards program that would attract them would be targeted at interest, because they are the segment that incurs interest. And so on top of what the rewards program for the transactors, because like them, revolvers also pay about $16,000 a year in credit card expenses. But regarding interest for them, a sign-up bonus that instead of points, they would get a guaranteed lower interest rate for the first year. That's very attractive not only to revolvers, but also transactors, because they're typically millennials who are very hesitant about debt, so lower interest rates would give them security, which they really value. Another reward option for revolvers is to offer the ability to use the points that they earn towards paying that interest. Part of a good product brand is meeting the customer needs as they change. And one need of the revolvers is to pay that interest. Finally, with doormats, I think it's very important to concentrate on retaining them as customers and not losing them, because if you can turn them into transactors or revolvers, you can make money off of them. So one way to do that is with a rewards program that grows as they stay with the company. One example of this that I found is Starbucks, who is very known for their growing rewards program. The more you buy, the more you get in rewards until you reach the gold level, which gives you all of the rewards, and so it encourages coming back and spending more. So to build off of this, for example, if you spend $10,000 in the first year, you get 5,000 bonus points, and this would grow to, if you spend $10,000 the next year, you get 6,000 bonus points. This also encourages activity so that doormats don't leave the card sitting around. It also becomes top of the wallet for them. Has it been done successfully with Chase Sapphire Reserve? I would argue yes. The brand associations that come with Sapphire Reserve are modern, more contemporary, understands me, and understands the way I travel. So that shows that the rewards program especially is adapted to what people want to buy, and it also shows that it's innovative, it's modern, and it's up with the times. And I also think that the card goes beyond just the card itself and just the rewards. The full customer experience is there. There's the Ultimate Rewards, which is a portal that makes it convenient and easy for point tracking and redemption options, which is pictured below. And this is a differentiator from other companies because it gives that value of time and ease and convenience and flexibility. Also, they have live advisors to answer customer calls, and this can also go to the experience and the customer satisfaction, because having live advisors who are experienced and want to be there to help solve your problem shows that the company values the customer's time, not just their money. And one thing to end on is a quote from Pan Cody-Spotty, who's president of Chase Branded Cards. I think it really brings together their idea of changing and adapting to the customer to best suit them. And one part of the quote that stuck out is, "Our brand doesn't lead them, they lead our brand." So Chase operates based on the customer, and their brand is all about supporting and rewarding the customer. These are my sources, and thank you so much for your time and for listening.